So, a pointless car accident, robins on my lawn, and your book. What do they all have in common? I'm about to tell you. Hi, everybody. I'm Ricky Heller from rickyheller.com. I'm a book coach and editor, and I'm here to help you write about your area of expertise in your own authentic voice. So, a couple of years ago, closer to 3 years ago, we had an accident in our front lawn. A teenage boy was driving his car along the street and texting his girlfriend at the same time and wasn't watching where he was going. And he drove right up onto our front lawn into a tree, felled the tree and a neighbor's tree. Luckily, he wasn't injured, but the trees were ruined, the car was ruined. I think he was grounded for a very long time. But what happened was the city was meant to replace the tree for us. And at the time, a family of robins had built a nest in that tree, and they'd been living there for a few years. And I noticed that without the tree, in the very beginning, they kind of flew around looking for it. And I noticed they would fly up to the roof across the street. Sometimes when I came home, they were sitting on our roof above our door. They might be hiding on the bushes and then fly away when someone came by. And this went on for 3 years before they replaced the tree. And in the meantime, these birds were sort of hovering and they were looking for a place to live and finding the best replacement they could. But the other day, I came home from grocery shopping and I saw 3 robins on our lawn. They were eating. And as I opened the doors and got out of the car, they flew up to their little tree where they had built a new nest. And I can't tell you how happy that made me. So they're back to their old home. Now, what does this have to do with your writing? Well, it got me thinking. Here they were for 3 years. They had a goal in mind. They wanted to get back to that goal of their nest in the tree, but there was no tree and they had to make do. And they, rather than give up that desire to live in the tree. Now, for all I know, these are different robins, but they obviously have the same concept. They may be the babies of the previous robins, knowing that that's where the nest should be. And they stuck around. They kept making temporary nests in similar places, maybe not ideal places, but similar places that kept them close to that final home that they wanted. And as soon as the environment was right, they flew back up there and built a nest. And similarly, when I talk to clients who have a vision of their book in mind, what generally tends to happen is as soon as anything interrupts that vision or disturbs that vision or is a hurdle to reach that vision, they tend to just give up and stop writing. But I want you to think of those little birds who kept going and kept working towards that final goal, no matter what. You can keep writing. You can write around the goal. You can take a circuitous route to that goal. But in the end, if you keep going and you keep writing, you will get there. And that, I think, is the most important thing to remember and to keep in mind. It takes persistence. It takes consistency. Keep writing, keep working at it, even if it is not your ideal writing that day. Even if you're not in love with what you have on the page, keep going with your goal in mind. Ultimately, the environment will change, your abilities will change, and you will get there. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that keeps you motivated and keeps you writing. If you want more information and tips, I do hope you'll subscribe to my newsletter. It's at rickyheller.com/subscribe. And you can sign on to get my biweekly newsletters with writing tips, stories, and the occasional cute dog photo. Hope to see you there. Take care, and I'll see you next time.